in. I mean, I've been sitting here for like 15 minutes.
You've been Old Dawg superintendent out there, buddy?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I said, hey, I got a meeting at 2. Don't let me mess up. And when I got the call, I said, oh, crap, it's 2.
The old hashtag dang it, right? Well, we're live, buddy. Can you tell everybody why we're live or what we're doing today, buddy?
We are live because 2 things. It's Adam Hoot's birthday.
Yes. Woo-hoo.
Professor
Well, most
Hoot.
importantly.
And we got a book launch today. So we're trying to kind of hype it up. Some people are lucky enough to already have it. And some people live out in the country or somewhere not accessible for 3 or 4 days.
Well, if you live in Texas, you get it quick. Everything in Texas happens faster.
And Adam hates to hear that when they say.
I have zero comment for that because I will not be receiving my book until Thursday, despite ordering it on the same day as you two. So if anyone in Texas wants to order a book and overnight it to me, by all means, it'll still get here to me faster than originally in South Carolina. So
100%. Actually, a day before you'll get yours.
And Miss Jen, why are you on celebrating with us? Can you tell me that?
Well, one, I was a fill-in until Buddy popped in, so I was kind of like just in case. So Adam didn't have to be on here by himself. Sometimes he needs some support, so that's really the reason I'm here. But also, just as an extra, Alex and I were illustrators of the book. So a lot of the visuals in the book I drew, and then Alex contributed by drawing the caricature that represents Mr. Adam Hoots.
And I am so grateful for that. She is the one that pinned me as the lean geek.
She did. She actually, let me find the page so we can show. What is the page?
That's yes, that is me. Despite I do have hair under these hats, I promise you. So thank you, Miss Alex, for your wonderful contributions to the book. We are very much better because of you. And Miss Jen, not some of the images, all of the images did you draw, even the arrows throughout the entire thing. And look, Miss Alex is getting some love.
Yes, she is, 100%.
Yes, so thank you for that contribution.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm excited for this project because I think it's going to be a game changer for all those old dogs out there who are resistant to lean and lean construction and kind of went through that similar path that you had, buddy. So I'm fired up for the book. I guess what's the thing that makes you most excited to get this out there, buddy?
Well, because it took us a year and a half of us coordinating together, plus you teaching me what all these words meant that I didn't know. So I'm a slow learner, I guess.
You knew them, buddy. You just called them different things.
Well, that's the thing about it. That's it, man. And learning together, I think, was huge, right? Because I would tell you this like nerdy official term. You're like, oh, well, we just always did this. It's like, well, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. I think that's what I'm saying.
A real huddle is what? It's like in sports, where a handoff is really a handoff in sports. That's what the old people know. And then it's a matter of diving into it and really figuring out what it is that, applies to lean. So it's been a pretty neat journey. I mean, I knew what the words meant. It was just, there's some of them that, require a little more investigation. And then you got to see Adam's, buns and meat and stuff deal 2 or 3 times to kind of put that process together.
That was a pretty frustrating process, huh?
That helped also generate the another thing that is buried in there with just-in-time deliveries. Somebody probably you got to get the book to find the hidden value of just-in-time deliveries.
That's awesome. What a teaser right there. Buddy actually opens up and gives us a personal and vulnerable story of him back in the day with just-in-time delivery. I won't give him too much of it, buddy, but that's a huge contribution to the book. What kind of change do you think this is going to make, Miss Jen?
Well, I live in a world where I get both of these perspectives all the time. And so what I am the most excited about when it comes to this book, to the point of like, I can't wait to get it in the white cover because that's my favorite. Till I can hand it out to some of my teams, because I work with an organization that has tasked me with a lot of the organizational change, the transformation within to, become more of a lean company. And I have heard all of the complaints, constraints, excuses. It's too complicated. It doesn't make sense. It's confusing. A lot of those things, because in their minds it was real. This book is going to bridge that gap and help people realize that it doesn't matter if you're old school traditional and you're coming into this and trying to figure it out, or this is all you know, and you're using terms like Gemba and things like that may not make a lot of sense to you. But if you understand what it means, it doesn't matter if you use the word Gemba. It doesn't matter if you use the word I'm walking on the site. It doesn't matter. And that's the magic of this book, is that you're going to be able to get to hear both of your perspectives. And it doesn't matter the term you're using. It's what you're doing. And if you're doing it with the people and you're doing the right things and you have the right mindset, it's going to change just conversations. And so to me, that's the magic of it. And that's what I'm most excited about.
Amen, sister. Thank you so much. Let's give some people some shout outs here, because there are a ton of people in the Omniverse like Miss Jamie Knox watching us. One, because it's my birthday, getting a lot of love. Jesse, this is me being vulnerable. Look, it's my birthday.
That's not vulnerable. You didn't have a choice.
That's super vulnerable.
That's not vulnerable. You didn't have a choice.
And Jesse's firing shots at us. Why the live stream started late? Listen, Jesse, old dog things, man. You just wouldn't get it, I guess. You got a couple years still, Silver Fox. Bunch of birthday love coming out there. We even got Mr. Dwan out there, buddy. What do you think about that?
That's pretty cool. I'm usually going to his stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. Super cool to have the Lean Construction Blog Master.
I could share some lean stuff with you in that, like the daily huddles, where I used to have to call people to come to be there, where they got to a point where they would call and distract me, drag me around the corner, and start asking me a bunch of questions like happened today, and then they'd lock the trailer door on me. Where you been? Why are you late? So today was one of those days. Hey, I got it 2:00. I got it 2:00, and then somebody drugged me upstairs. So that's live.
And look, Jesse says weak sauce.
Yeah, so I got a question for you. Maybe this will help a little bit.
Oh,
So no, you posted, Buddy, why is it important to Buddy? And you asked me, what am I so most excited about? Adam, this has been like a labor of love for you. This didn't just start like you saw Buddy and said, hey, Buddy, you and I can do this and we can really change the industry. Like, you've had this and you've been working on it and you've been kind of in your little site lab doing stuff with this for a while. So like, why is this book important to you?
Ms. Jen, you are a true professional. Thank you for that question. Well, so it's been kicking around, bouncing around, ping pong ball in my head for over 7 years.
Just 7?
7, like almost 8, probably. It has been an idea ever since really my first attempt at lean failed because it didn't get a lot of buy-in. We didn't get a lot of support behind it because I made it way too complicated. I was like the lean geek with the process and like you had to follow the thing or it wasn't going to work, and that's not how it works, right? It's the complete antithesis of that. And there's been a lot of failures for me to learn that, specifically on being able to bend what a daily huddle is, right? Like, it doesn't have to be in the trailer at 6 a.m. every morning. Like, it can be on the job site. It can be other places as long as people are coming together to solve problems. And so, and actually, to make it more, to be a little bit more vulnerable to Mr. Chewy's point, because I think this was actually pointed towards me, not you, buddy. It was a project I was trying to do with my father, and that just didn't work out. We couldn't get on the same page. We couldn't find the same time together to really put pen to paper. And so that's when that was a hard decision to be able to say, this isn't working. I got to find somebody else to be able to get this thing out of my head. And so, yes, thank you for the question, Ms. Jen. And the second that Buddy started with his input, it just it was magic because he wanted as much as I did. And to see this thing alive and growing and something of it's tangible. I can hold it. It's really a special. So hopefully folks will go out there and snag it and and do something with it. Man, I don't know what I did, but I got a violation and the lean police are after me. So
one more question for you. I got one more question for you, Adam. Are you ready?
Yes. No.
Come on. So this is a big deal. I mean, we got it published. We got it out there. We're talking about a lot of things that a lot of people talk about. Some of these terms we see a lot of places. What are you most worried about in publishing this book?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked him first.
You're next, buddy. Don't worry.
That the lean police are going to come and get me, right? Like what that maybe we defined the term wrong. And so to that note, I would ask the Omniverse for your help. If you feel like we termed something wrong, let's have a conversation about it. Yes, that would be my biggest fear is that we and actually it's just saying it sounds silly, but because we've lived it and we've done all these words, but that somebody is vehemently against one of the terms that we define.
Okay, and then buddy, you're next. When y'all did these conversations and y'all discussed these terms, the way that you defined them and the way that you talk about them, where are you pulling all of that information from?
Real life experience.
So how could it be wrong?
It could just be interpreted a little different.
Okay, interpretations are fine, so that's fine. Okay, just throwing some things out there. Okay, buddy. So what are you most worried about in publishing this book?
To me, the easy answer is that it stops right here.
Whoa, good one. Tell me more.
Because we have other ideas that bring more people into the mix, get contribution from the community, and grow this to where we're helping each other bring other people into it, and just keeps growing and keeps growing. So similar to the things that y'all do, except a little more specific. So that would be the sad part if it didn't take traction. That's my thought.
That's exciting, buddy. So we got some future opportunities to get people
the
in.
900-year plan, Miss Jennifer.
There's maybe a QR code in there with some secret stuff in it or something.
I believe there is. I think I saw it in the book that I have in my possession. Adam, can you show us the QR code?
Yeah, let me pull up Canva real quick, or KDP, and I can show it to you. Thanks for just rejection, Miss Jen. She is leading the witness.
Beautiful book. Just everyone.
Bungee jumping.
Mr. Jared, I love this. If it gets people talking, that should make it right. Thank you, Jared. You kind of eased some of my fears right there. I appreciate it.
Golly, who does he work for? He's got some good ideas.
And yes, James Camposano, it will come signed by Hoots if you can bring it to South Carolina for me to ever receive, because apparently there's a bottleneck there.
Apparently he's going to be in Texas soon. You might be able to get one there.
That's right. Yeah, coming to Texas here in a couple of weeks. That will be the first opportunity to get one. What are we going there for?
We're going to give him advertising in this show.
Nah, never mind.
Well, you're also coming to be able to hang out and have a cool weekend with some cool people.
That's right. Absolutely.
We'll go with that for now.
It's the reciprocal propulsion event where change makers can go and make a difference and apparently be vulnerable or something.
Super vulnerable. Adam's going to be so excited.
Already regretting signing up for that. But yeah.
Only because he's missed out on like 3 of them and he's just like already thinks that he's like behind the 8 ball somewhere.
Anyways, so about this book. What else? What else should we tell the people before we let them go and let them back to their everyday?
So if you go online to purchase the book, which we hope you do, you probably will see version 1, the plumber's cover. It's no longer available. But if you could see Adam's original covers, it always had cranes on it. And so he's real hands-on and keeps changing things all the time. So
what?
He let Jen and I loose at the very end to kind of come up with something that went closer to his original drawing. And I'm glad that that's the way that he overthinks things, and I'm glad we were able to do that.
You guys freaking nailed it.
Is that an accurate statement?
Look what happens if you just let it happen. You don't have to control it.
Boy, was that hard. But again, it did turn out for the better in the end. So yes, buddy, great point. I love that. I am like absolutely thrilled with how the cover looks. Thank you to our illustrator of illustrators of all time, too. And the junior illustrator, Miss Alex. Definitely couldn't have done it without her. Thank you.
Somebody asked a question earlier today. I don't remember who it was, but it was, why does he have to be the geek? Remember who asked that question?
That was me. Yeah.
And I said, because I look at these 2-3 pictures here, which is the oldest one, it wouldn't make sense for me to be the geek. So anyway.
Self-awareness is a really hard thing. I will just leave it at that. And I appreciate my community around me showing me the mirror of who I am. And so maybe I can geek out a little bit less. Nah.
I think it's good. I think Jesse made a point, which is good to pull up. Buy the book and leave a review.
Yes.
I think that's super important. So talk about that, Adam.
Yeah. We couldn't, it doesn't matter if we did it and nobody buys it. So go and buy the book. Leave us a review, despite my ability not to leave a review. So please go leave us a review. Give us honest opinion, honest feedback. We're not asking for, we want you to give us true, honest feedback so we can make this thing better. Like Buddy said, bring people into the community because that's the end goal. That's what it's about, is to get more people the experience of doing work easier and more efficient. So yes, go and
that's the last thing I left a book for Keon today, and I told his executive secretary to tell him that I want to autograph him one, but only after he leaves us a review.
Good job.
Buddy, you're a pro at this thing, man. Who taught you?
Jesse.
I'm one of those, what do they call them, lurkers or whatever?
Yeah.
Tell Jared I'll send him the link. Don't worry about it. Got you.
Link's coming, Jared.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Lance is proud of us. I'm proud of us. I'm super excited. Again, this is somewhat of the road to get a little bit more vulnerable, right? To put your thoughts and things out there like that for exposure to the world. So,
did you speak about the finding the link? Is how much longer it would be to where it's easy to pull up?
They said 72 hours after it's published, the link will be easier to find. But right now, you can go into books. Instead of searching all departments, you search just books. You can find Old Dawg Lean Thesaurus, or you can go out there and click on one of those LinkedIn posts that we've got floating around as well. I'll drop it in this post too. I believe this will be a whole nother person itself. Look,
Jesse's on it. That's what he does. He just kills it.
It went live
That's my guy.
Friday night at 11:30 or 11:45, something like that, because I woke up to check. So we should be getting close to where it's easy to find.
Yes.
We'll see. For now, click the links, go buy it. We're going to be doing a couple more pop-ups, just trying to get and show some love, show some support. So thank you for everybody tuning in. And any last messages, Mr. Buddy?
If they tune in to the one later today, I promise to be on time. Nobody will be pulling at me at 6:00.
No violations at 6:00. Miss Jen, last words?
Nope. Just again, it's gonna be a game changer, and I'm super excited about it. And I'm just again, that's the biggest thing for me.
So go get the book and leave a review, and we will see you in a few hours.
Yes.
Adios.